up, everybody? Everybody, what's up, everybody? NFL. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the What's Up, Everybody podcast. Here with my co-host, Sweet Tea.
As always, for the most part.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. As always.
Family good. Family good.
Family's good.
Yeah. Mike good.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, I got to get that adjusted, Sweet Tea. Supposed to do that before, but whatever.
You know, sometimes you be on the fly, hitting the fly, and I was Man, we're back. We missed a week again.
We missed several weeks because I've been going crazy. But missed a week, but we're back at it again.
We are, man.
Somebody just told me they loved our podcast. Who was it that just told me?
A lot of people love the cast pod, dude.
I know, dude. Just
listen
to just gab.
It's such an interesting platform or media type. People just want to hear other people talk about stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not a big podcaster because I fall asleep. Like you're super into audiobooks.
I love it.
Like you've never read a book in your life, you listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
But within 5 minutes tops,
You're out.
So tired.
Yeah. You're missing out. You're missing out, especially when it comes to
like a physical
audiobooks.
deficit,
oh
dude.
My gosh. You can read. Can you read books? Could you like reading? You can't read. You can't listen to anything.
Can't read, can't
what
listen.
You need to do, you need to get you some of that alpha brain, dude, or something.
A movie watcher. That's it.
Man, the books are so much better. They say that. You hear that. So cliche to say, but it is true with most movie books things. The books are always better. Harry Potter, I wish I had watched the movies first, then listened to them, because you are freaking missing out, dude. It's so good.
Like on what though, dude? I get the gist. He's a wizard. There's a bad wizard. Dumbledore's cool.
Dude. It's the little things you don't get. It's the little things that are in there.
9 3/4, Dobby. You know the gist.
No, that's not it. It's not it. It's not it. But kind of like so you would rather, was Stranger Things wasn't a book, right? It was just a TV show. So. Okay, I wasn't really sure yet. I wasn't really sure if that was a book or not.
I don't think so.
But. Yeah, I'm not. I can sit there and listen to a podcast. I feel like such a chick right now because I've gotten deep into the murder. What's the word I'm looking for? What do they call them? Like the
whodunits,
true crimes,
murder mystery,
true crimes. Oh my gosh,
true crime stuff.
So good, so good.
I know, it's super interesting, that stuff. Colleen, she's always like, why do you watch it? It's so creepy. I'm like, it just fascinates me why some people do what they do.
Yeah. You want to go deep into the mindset, right?
And part of you is like, I want to make sure that I'm not subconsciously doing some of these things as well.
Yeah.
I'm hoping like maybe there's like some sort of manifestation, like, nope, all right, cool. I didn't do that. I didn't kill animals. I didn't be mean to people. I'm good.
I think if you didn't grow up murdering animals and torturing them, you're okay.
That's usually the telltale sign.
The sign. Because after watching a lot of these things, I went deep, and I shouldn't have because it bothers me. It still bothers me. But I went deep in doing like documentaries with these serial killers and actual live, them talking about why they do what they do.
Yeah, a lot of them. 99.9% of them had some sort of abuse in their childhood from what I saw.
Yeah.
Crazy parents, siblings that got to them, and it's super unfortunate. But then you have some that are just kind of...
just normal. You just want to kill people.
Just kind of bad,
Hey, man, I want to be a serial killer. All right.
The rotten... Cool. The rotten fruit of the bunch.
Oh, man. Yeah, I know. It's wild. It's wild. And you're like low-key like, man... I've thought of something similar like that, but no, I'm not a murderer.
Yeah, you're like, please, it was that. What's going on? Am I? So yeah, no, I'm a watcher for sure. Tough for me to read. I want to read. I'm one of those guys that has a lot of really good habits that I want, but I don't do any of them.
Right. One of the things that I would love to do is, number one, read, but also play like an instrument. You were super into drums.
I still am. I love percussion.
Yeah.
I love music. It'd be really cool to be able to shred on an acoustic. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Just lay it down. I want to know what it feels like to get in that flow of just creating music. You know what I'm saying? Like you see people like hit a solo, and it's like they're in it. They're not just playing it; they're feeling it. They're in it. It's in their blood, and they're just freaking just like
they're like going
it.
through that ultra instinct, but musically.
Exactly.
You know,
dude.
you had a drum set, like a $1,000 drum set, and I knew it when you got it that you would do nothing with it. It literally
do you
sat
know who
downstairs.
ruined it for me? And I love you to this day. It was my nephews, my nieces and nephews.
Why?
Because they were, I let them play it all the time. And one day they did something, they're messing with it, and they got it out of tune.
Oh yeah, you just didn't know how to do it. Put it back.
And I freaking went stepbrothers on them. You know, I had to fight them for touching my drum kit. No, they did something and they made it go out of tune. And I never got anybody. I didn't know how to do it. I never got anybody out there to do it for me.
Didn't have the energy to go find somebody to do it.
Finally, I was just like, stop playing it because it didn't sound right, and sold it.
Yeah, I mean,
but I still love the drums.
The thing that did it with me, like I was on the journey. I was such a huge and still am big like Blink-182 fan, you know.
Yeah, I remember you had your guitar.
I had
bro.
a little electric guitar that I bought.
You kind of learned What's My Age Again,
dude. I knew it. No, I knew one. It was What's My Age Again.
Yeah,
yeah. I could play that, and it was like super simple. But to me, it was just
it was actually kind of tough.
Jamming, dude.
Even Tom DeLonge, whenever he plays live, sometimes he's like, "I hate playing the song, so like, don't listen to me for the next 2.5 minutes."
I was all right
because it was a couple of chords and the fingers and it's nuts. But to see people play
I just
nowadays
remember like my fingertips being sore. And I had talked to like a crazy guitarist the other day, and he said, I don't have fingers. I don't have feeling in the tips of my fingers anymore, which is weird. But still, I just got tired of it, life. I ended up selling it to your buddy, our buddy, Joseph Blasco. And he must have been in middle school at the time. And now the kid is just stupid. He's
literally
shred.
stupid. I'm pretty sure he fell out of school.
No, he can shred on the guitar. And
well,
not just
I tried
guitar,
to play
but a lot of
one
other
time,
things.
And I have this weird separation between my ring finger and pinky finger that I'll never be able to hit certain chords, so I quit.
I think that's just an excuse. Tony, you are lying, dude.
So,
but I tell you one thing though, we're not bad at Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero was legit. I remember I used to invite people over just to let them watch me play because I was so good at it. I didn't want them to play. I wanted to play the whole time, but I wanted them to also cheer for me. Yeah.
No, what was the cool thing was you would have one at Frankie's Fun Park or a
the arcade
gaming place, and you just like stick your card in and just making. I remember you like make noises so everybody would turn towards you and watch you, and then Tony's
slaying
like,
Cliffs of Dover by Eric Johnson, dude.
Tony was that guy, Guitar Hero, that you see those dudes. What's that Dance Revolution? That just literally we were at Dave & Buster's not too long ago, and I had posted up something. I think you were there. Dude brought his own fan.
It was the craziest thing we had ever seen. I did not know what was going on.
And he put it up in front. He had his own sweatband workout suit on, and that was
gloves.
His workout. Yeah, he had his short cut off gloves. You know,
you're
just freaking awesome. Just you're Mac Daddying it when you had the cut off freaking gloves. I mean, who hadn't had one of those growing up, right? But he had two of them.
Yeah, both.
And
hands.
Was just crushing it on there, breaking a sweat.
He rolled in with his gym bag. I'm not lying. We're here with a karate camp, 100 kids running around, and an adult rolls in, cut off shirt, gym clothes, with a gym bag, and a fan, like a portable freaking fan, battery powered box fan. I'm like, what is this dude doing? Is he about to work on the AC ducts and it's going to be hot up there? Is he going to be on the roof? Like, what is he working? What's he doing?
No.
And nope, he goes over to the Dance Revolution, which absolutely zero people were on because no one just plays that for fun. And he sets up shop. He puts his bag down, puts his fan down. No, he puts his fan down, has his bag, walks away, comes back with 5 cups of water, then empties those into his big jug. You got to use all your resources. Get the free water at D&B's.
Oh, yeah.
And then he starts getting ready, stretching, doing some sumo squats, and then hits it hard. Never seen it before in my life. Came there solely to work out. But then I got to thinking, if you hold on to the bars behind you, are you really working out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was holding on to the bars.
Yeah, he was
Unless
resting
he's
on the
trying to
bars,
get a good
and he had
arm
the
pump,
feet
good
going.
shoulder back pump.
Maybe do
as
some
well.
dips.
Yeah,
I didn't
can
stick
see
around
that.
long enough to see the whole workout, but he was getting it.
But that's super common. Like that's not the first time that I've seen somebody go to D&B's and crush Dance Dance Revolution. Like literally there solely just to work out on that thing. Different guy, different people.
That was my first experience with that.
I kids would never know the excitement, just the adrenaline rush that you had whenever you went to like an arcade.
Yeah.
You knew every, fatality on Mortal Kombat, right?
Yep.
You would sit there, you're just crushing some dude, next person in line, crushing some dude, next person in line. 5 minutes later, you look back, you have like 50 people around your arcade just cheering you on. Like kids nowadays will never know the excitement, right? Like you just defeated all at Mortal Kombat 1. You knew every fatality. You're like, well, how'd you know that? You literally bought the book at a game. What are those games?
Yeah, dude.
You had all the fatalities in the
but
game.
you had to buy the guides.
Yeah, the game guides. I forget what they were
just
called.
Google it.
No, dude, you didn't have
You had
the
to
Google.
buy the guide.
You didn't have the Google, bro.
No.
And wow, you were just the man. Mm-hmm. Just the man. Like it was freaking awesome. I remember going to arcades and just why I was never that person, but I remember going there like this dude's freaking awesome. He's crushing everybody. I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Nuts.
I remember dropping 25 cents to just get to like the cherry level on Pac-Man.
It's just a cherry level?
Just the cherry level. Well, wait, no, I think cherry was first. I used to make it like 4 or 5 levels up, but just Pac-Man, just having the quarters.
Yeah.
Play Pac-Man.
I would spend my allowance at our old school at Upstate Karate. There was a pizza spot, House of Pizza, right next door. We were in a shopping center. And they literally had every Mortal Kombat game. They start off with the first Mortal Kombat.
Yep, they cycled.
Go over there, give me a large sweet tea.
Combat it up.
Game it up, 25 cents.
I'd always be trying to uppercut people off of the levels.
Oh, yeah, into like the pit.
Yeah, they had like the acid.
Yeah.
Or you could uppercut them into like the spikes on the ceiling.
Oh, I remember that.
Or you could like uppercut them off the bridge.
No, you could uppercut them into a next level, and you would just jump up there. Remember that?
Yep. I was always uppercutting people. I didn't do any move
you
like
just
the uppercut.
duck. All you did was just duck and waited for them to come in.
And the best is whenever they would like front flip onto you and you'd like drop down and hit them up. Oh. It'd increase the velocity.
Yeah. I miss those, man. The actual like legit arcade games.
Yeah.
So not at home, go somewhere and play. Mm-hmm. It was better. So much fun.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, dude, I miss it. We got to bring that back somehow. There is an arcade spot in Simpsonville, like a new, but I think it's just pinballs.
Yeah.
Not the same.
Not the same, man. Unfortunately, they're like a dying breed.
Yeah. If you're out there and you live in Simpsonville,
just the nostalgia.
Yeah, you got to bring it back.
Mm-hmm. Got to have the arcade.
They need more movies like Stranger Things with the 80s vibe, because remember that's where Max would like go and hang out.
Stranger Things, good season so far.
You liking it so far?
Been watching it.
Yeah.
Episodes are a little long.
No spoiler alerts.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm just saying, pretty cool.
I liked it.
I think I have like the last 2 episodes left. So
wait, last 2 episodes on the season or the last long episodes? Because I watched it. It didn't really end, but like it stopped, and then you had 2 more episodes that are like both.
Oh
an
yeah,
hour
no,
or
I think I
long.
have those 2 left.
Okay, yeah.
It's about to get real up in here.
Oh, it's about to get nuts.
I'm excited.
It's about to get nuts.
But yeah, I love the nostalgia, love the vibe, love the music.
Yeah.
Kate Bush bringing
What was
her
that
back.
one? It's
Rock
like,
Me Amadeus, the soundtrack.
Oh yeah. How does it go?
Running up the hill. It's all.
Oh, it's back now. It's like number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1 hit. It was like back in I think it was 1981.
Kate's thanking Stranger Things for that.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. I wonder if she's getting any royalties off that. And everybody
100%. Got to, man. But yep, I don't read.
Go from reading through all that now back to
just
reading.
Bring it back to I don't read.
Oh man,
I don't read. I watch.
I just feel like there's better things to do, but
it's good. I'm not knocking it.
No, it's good.
Just can't do it. It's like almost like a food allergy for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just can't get it done. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, Sweet Tea.
Speaking of watching, you watched a couple of fights. You commentated. That was one of the reasons we didn't podcast. I was out with the Weidmans for a family weekend getaway at Hilton Head. But you were commentating fights, and we had a good night that night. For fighters.
We did. So one of our fighters here, Weston, going to Coach Devaney, they had a promotion. And
they promote fights, put on some local fights. It's hard to get a good regional fight scene.
It is. It's super hard, man. I mean, they're around for a little bit and they disappear.
Unless you're like Ring of Combat.
Yeah.
Or you're pretty established,
Then you got it. But it was a small-time show, and I love those. I love the small-time shows. They're short. They're sweet. You're not out till 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock at night waiting for the 20th fight to get over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was, I think they had like 8 fights on the card. Boom, get it done. Super cool. Bounce. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You weren't there, so we couldn't, had to fill you in with Balake.
Mm-hmm. Blake
Spence. Yeah. It was fun. Yeah, we went 3-0. We had 4 fighters on the card, and one of our guys, they fought to a draw. So,
so what happened? The one of them got 10-8'd? He got 10-8'd around or something?
Yeah. No. Yeah. So
or
his opponent won the first round. He obviously won the second one. Our guy won the second one. Knocked him down with a left hook.
Yeah.
And third round was fairly close. It was kind of back and forth, and it ended up being a draw. But both fighters were just awesome.
Yeah.
Both fighters were great. It was a kickboxing fight on an MMA card. Mm-hmm. And then we had 3 of our other guys. 2 of them were Amis, Brendan Chappie and Eli Wilson. Both, one was a first round guillotine, the other was a first round rear naked choke. Mm-hmm. And we had a pro fight, Jacob Romano, and the winner of that got an ex-MMA contract. And he got the ex-MMA contract with a first round rear naked choke.
So ex-MMA is a... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. And
apology accepted.
That... And I think we kind of fooled everybody a little bit. I think that's why we ended up getting those first round finishes because, everybody, when they see somebody from Upstate Karate, the first thing they think is, all right, I'm going to take this guy down. And it's all my fault.
100%
my
your fault.
So
if you've seen his last 2 fights, based off of those 2 alone, they obviously have 0 takedown defense here at Upstate Karate, so we're going to take them down.
Yeah, so these amateur guys realize, they don't realize.
Just doesn't have takedown.
These are like the top.
Just kidding.
I'm working on it. I've got it. These are the top grapplers in the world. So they're just like, all right, these amateur guys, we're just going to take them down. And they end up getting, shooting him right off the bat, getting guillotined and rear naked choke, man. Look, we got a ground game. We got ground game, all right? We got a ground game. I got a ground game. It's just like the guys that have a ground game have a better ground game than me. They're just at a higher level.
You have a ground game. It's just...
Yeah. It's just, it's UFC.
Yeah, it needs work. Needs work. But, that's one of the main things of amateur fights. You learn stuff like that, how to put it together, how to handle the nerves. That's what amateur is all about. Iron out the kinks.
Yes. And you get guys with 2 amateur fights. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go pro. No, man, take your time with it, especially if you're young. Mm-hmm. Take your time, get you some fights, learn, fix your kinks. That was one of the reasons why I had a slew of amateur fights was because I remember my first 10 fights, I couldn't even hear my coach. Took me that many times kickboxing. To be able to hear pops in the corner. To handle the nerves before.
Yeah.
I
remember you would sleep.
Still do.
Just sleep all the way up until the fight.
I still get
like,
back
hey,
there.
it's time to walk out now. I handle nerves the exact opposite.
You just sit there pace.
I feel like I'm about to explode. I waste all of my energy pacing. My neck's throbbing out of my neck. I can feel it pulsing through my eyeballs, and I'm just pacing back and forth. I'm just like, let me just get out there and do it. Quit farting around. Let's do it.
Yeah, right. The anticipation is what gets you. That's why I hate it up until I step out on the stage, like, I hate it. I hate it. Like, oh, I can't wait for my fight. Whole camp, man. I'm feeling good, blah, blah. You know, sparring's great, blah, blah, blah. Feeling great shape. You know, I'm lean, mean,
I'm
ready
excited.
to go. And then the day of, like, I don't want to do this. I don't want like, why am I
Please
even
help
here,
me.
bro? I hate this. What the heck? And then afterwards, like, oh, gosh. It's just that release of anxiety. It's just like, oh, it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
But, you know, just that one day, for a few hours, you hate it.
Yeah.
And then you step out there and it's go time.
And then I was watching one of your walkouts for UFC 205, and I gotta imagine when you walk out, you're like, man, this is awesome. And then you get in the cage, you're like, man, this sucks again. It was cool for that moment, but now this sucks again.
Yeah.
I know, dude. So what do you think causes the nerves? What causes the nerves for you?
A lot. There's a few things that kind of, it all
Like, because
kind
if
of
you think
rushes.
about it,
kinda,
you win or you lose. So
Yeah,
there's really not much
which
to
is
be
not
worried
bad.
about. But what causes it? What happens in your mind for you to be like, because I know it does it for me.
So a few things. Number one, it's like getting a spanking. Why do you get nervous when you get a spanking? Because there's pain involved, right? Mm-hmm. As a kid, that's why you get nervous.
If you don't know what a spanking is out there, you
haven't lived,
generation,
dude.
then that's when your parent gets some sort of object, maybe their hand, and they hit it really hard against
Your butt,
supposed
your
to be your rear end, but a lot of times they miss and hit you wherever
just everywhere else.
for
the back,
disciplinary purposes.
Yep. And I had a lot of them, and well deserved. But, you know, it's because it hurts. So, you know, number one, it doesn't care what kind of shape you're in and how conditioned you are, you're going to hurt at the end of this, right? At the end of this, as soon as you step outside this cage, there's going to be bumps, there's going to be bruises, there's going to be, you know, I'm going to be limping through the airport. I know that. Mm-hmm. But there is afterwards, there's a good feeling with it. Like that's your, before you dread it, but after it's like, man, I just went to the battle and I survived. Like it feels good to have these trophies, is what I call them. But before, leading up to it, you know you're going to hurt. So that's another reason why you're kind of nervous. God, I'm about to, you know, unless it's like a first round finish and you're just, I'm not even hurt at all.
Yeah.
But if, you know, very rarely does that happen when you're facing the top guys.
Yeah.
So that's a part of it. Another part is, you know, all these people that helped get you to this point, family, friends, sparring partners. You don't want to disappoint them, you know. Two, the money's not really a thing. A lot of people say that, but for me, it's not. That's not a, like, I don't care, you know, whatever. But it's and
it's a good. It's definitely a good plus.
It's a good plus,
but it's not your motivation.
No, it's not my motivation. But how everybody watching you.
Yeah,
the world is watching you.
Yeah, I think that's the cause of a lot of people's anxiety. What are people going to say about me after this? Right? It's either going to be really good or it's going to be mean and hurtful. And for whatever reason, you can have 1,000 million people say awesome things about you, but then you get that one person that's like, "You suck. You're weak." You're like, man.
Well, to be honest with you, like, it's the point. It's like, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care about the naysayers. You know what I mean? Like, who cares what people think? Just gonna go out there and fight.
That's easier said than done for sure for a lot of people.
For a lot of people, it is. Yeah. But at this point, like, you know, they're not the ones out there. I don't see them out there doing it. So what can they say?
Yeah, it's baloney.
It is.
If you can trash talk somebody over social media and never meet them or get to know them and their character and their person as a human being, then you're
keep your
it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you can say it, but it doesn't really hold a whole lot of weight.
It's crazy how that world affects people to the point where it's just like devastating to them, you know?
Well, if you grow up on it and that's kind of where you get all your affirmation from, then you know.
But it does. I mean, I've been looking through somewhere or somebody hits me with a message or I'm like, man, you suck. I'm just like, delete. You know what I mean? But, you know, I can see how some people nowadays just it like, oh my gosh, like what the heck?
Yeah, it feels good to be praised, you know, and you want that. But then as soon as somebody says something negative, it's like, I just want the praise. I don't want that negative.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm thinking. I'm doing with my youngsters when I have them. They're not getting social media until they're out of my house. Just want to hit them with a chip, so I know where they are.
your own chip.
My own chip, right in the back of the brain. So if I need to, just press that button, head explodes, done.
It's messed up, dude.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
What movie?
But you know what I mean? Oh, Suicide Squad.
Yeah, watched that the other day. It was all right.
First one or second one?
First one. I haven't even seen the
Second
second
one's you'll laugh. Second one's good.
All right,
Second one's
cool.
great.
But yeah, same stuff, dude. Nerves. They suck. Why did we start talking about nerves?
You were asking like what causes that? Why do you get so nervous? We were talking about the fights.
Oh yeah. Dealing with nerves and all that stuff. Yep.
But there's a way I cope with it. I do. I've learned I get to the back wherever, if I have room. If not, I'll sit in the chair with my head down, just close my eyes, and then I kind of go into this not deep sleep, kind of that place in between. Mm-hmm. So I'm not really thinking about the fight. I'm just kind of relaxed, and then because that can wear you out. I know a lot of guys who don't know how to handle that, and they pace, and they've been pacing for 2 hours, and they're exhausted before they get out there.
My D-line coach in college used to always tell me, like, Tony, just sit down, rest, take a seat, but I couldn't, dude. If I did, my leg would just be going, you know what I'm saying, just bouncing. I'm one of those pacers. I can't just sit there and chill. Like, whenever you fight, it's the worst because we're in the stadium. And I can't go anywhere, so I'm sitting there like I'm about to pass out just from high blood pressure. My neck's
you can like feel
see
it.
Like
you can feel it.
Yeah,
it's
my
like
whole body's just pulsating. And then you dominate for a round, 2 rounds, and then get knocked out in the final 5 seconds.
Oh, shut up, dude!
And then it's all just out the window.
Or you're doing okay, and 5 seconds in you get taken down, you just don't get back up. I love this game.
Man. So yeah, explosion. But speaking of fights, we had a pretty, which could have been a super epic card.
It was decent.
UFC London.
Yeah.
Obviously the talk of the town.
Oh man.
The number one guy.
The Barstool.
Representing.
They manage him, right?
Yep. Paddy the Baddie.
Yeah. That was the only interesting fight I wanted to see on that card. Mm-hmm. Him and Gustafson, right?
Yeah, the
return of Gustafson, which was terrible to see, man, because he was so dominant for so long. He was just right at the top.
Crazy,
just never,
dude.
Why was John Jones in his division? And, he's telling himself, why was this guy in my division? I never beat him. He was always right there. And to see him get knocked out was just...
By just the shortest little...
Yeah, man.
Just the shortest little punch. And DC tweeted afterwards, and he didn't pull any punches. He was like, man, you're old. Your chin's gone. We all have an expiration date, man. Just hang it up. You had a great career. You're one of the best to never hold a belt, but, like, you're done.
Wait, did he have a belt?
No, the best to never hold a belt.
Yeah.
He's like, you're done. Hang it up, man. And it's true. It showed, dude. He got clipped with shots he normally would have ate back in the day.
Yeah.
The only person that I ever saw knock him out back in his day like that was Anthony Johnson.
Oh,
and that dude
yeah.
crushed
everybody. I know it.
But it was rough to watch that whole deal. But then you got Paddy and you got Meatball, Molly doing their thing in London, and you're seeing that a lot now. I was talking about this the other day. Back in the day, you weren't really a person unless you were a champion,
yep,
or you were on the pay-per-views. But now you see the UFC grabbing all kind of people, and they're like, all right,
man.
Yep, Conor McGregor, look what he did. He did it because he had a huge following. So we need to put money on people. So what do you think it is about Paddy Pimblett that people are getting behind? He's not a crazy good talker like Conor.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have like that Sean O'Malley, colorful, weird. He's just like an
He's
English
got his
kid.
own thing, yeah.
So what do you think?
I think it's he does talk very well. He can talk, and the way he talks, I think it's the accent has a lot to do with it. He's exciting. He's got a good personality, and he goes after his opponent, not in the cleanest way like Conor does. You know what I mean? But he's got some some skill behind him, not just in the stand-up game, but in the grappling game too. He submitted some guys, and he's got a chin on him. He's taking some shots. Literally, I don't think this fight, but the fights that I've seen, he's been staggered and come back, which is always exciting. Always exciting to see that happen. And just the following, I don't know, the guy's had a camera in his face since his very first fight. I think that had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
He's had something in his face, a camera in his face the whole time from day one, leading up to the fight, going out to the fight, after the fight, and just social media platforms just putting him out there. When you got Barstool behind you, that has just a crazy following to begin with, and you add that on top of Paddy's, following, you blow up.
Yeah. He's skyrocketed.
He is, man. I mean, good for him, bro. I mean, the guy that he fought is sick. He's been finishing dudes too. And for him to submit him, great. It was awesome. And for him to be I don't know what. He was a last minute replacement or a 2-3 week replacement or something like that. And they said, I don't know. I don't think I saw somewhere where he was like 200 pounds or something like that and dropped down to 155.
No, it wasn't last minute, but yeah, he starts.
Okay.
He starts as a heavy dude.
That is ridiculous. I don't know how long his body will last doing that, but
I think when it comes to him, his weight that he's cutting is excess. It's not like he's cutting into his muscle mass. It's not like he's cutting into his body. He's literally just blowing up. His body just holds on to that fat, and then he just cuts it off.
But I'm thinking what that does to the rest of your body, your organs, your liver, you know what I mean? I don't know what he eats, but
pizza and beer.
Is he from Liverpool?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that Liverpool diet, bro. I mean, it's kind of the same route that Darren Till took, but
they're pushing him like even harder than Darren.
Yeah.
Darren was the thing, and I get it. It's the English fans that get behind their fighters, just like the Irish fans got behind Conor. The Brazilian fans get behind their fighters. So it's almost like they're looking for that new English talent, right? They tried it with Darren after Bisping retired. They tried it with Darren. It had some success there, and he's still super popular, but he hasn't obviously been on the best streak lately.
Hadn't had a fight in a while too either.
Yeah, he's been getting injured a lot. Yeah. You have Leon, who's never really pulled big numbers. No. I don't know why. I don't know. I guess because he's a quiet guy. It's because
he's quiet. He's a quiet guy, yeah.
So now they're like, all right, Paddy. We got to go Paddy. He talks. He's loud. He fights hard.
That part of the world who, they just have a massive following, you know what I mean? Like it was one of the things that I noticed from other countries is that they're very patriotic with their people, and we're so diverse. We have so many people coming from everywhere. It's like, not as you get the USA, but not a lot. No,
yeah, it's maybe not as ferocious as other places. Like
you go to Dublin,
yeah,
you get the whole crowd chanting. You know, you go to when I went to Liverpool, fighting Darren in Liverpool, the whole
Did they boo you in Liverpool?
Oh yeah, they booed me, but at the same time, we're like high-fiving me and giving me thumbs up. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So they almost kind of like, all right, we have to boo him.
Yeah, we got him. We have to boo him, but like, yo, man, I was like, this is wild.
Yeah, because they were booing Levitt hard.
Dude, you have no idea. Like, you didn't realize how loud they were because you just can't hear it on the TV. The entire place erupted. Booed when I walked out. But I was there for like 2 weeks before. Everybody was solid. It was great.
Yeah, hanging out.
Yeah, man. Hanging out, fans, so what's up, man?
So speaking of exciting people to watch, who do you enjoy watching as a fighter, as a personality, as a fighter? Like who are you? Whenever they fight, you're like, man, I really enjoy watching this guy. Give me like top 3. You think?
I think it's because he's champ. The last fight was, I liked it because I'm a counter striker. I'm a striker. Izzy Adesanya. I like watching Izzy. I like to watch him and try to break him down, try to figure out what he's going to do, what his game plan is for this, because we're fairly similar fighters. I love that aspect because he's still He has that. He's good everywhere, but all you see is his striking, like I said. So he's kind of like that specialist, and you don't get that a whole lot in the UFC anymore. Everybody's fairly well rounded. Fiziev, the striker, Fiziev. I like watching him.
Yeah.
I like watching him. He's a good striker as well. Let me think.
Who do you get excited to watch? Like, who are you like, dude, is going to be nuts? Or does anybody, like, excite you? You know how, like, when Conor would fight, everybody's, like, excited. Is there anybody you're like, dude, this dude is, like, I can't wait to watch him fight. Oh, he's got to fight? Oh, I can't. Not necessarily because he's a good striker or a good wrestler, but just because he's, like, freaking anybody?
I mean, you know me, Sweet Tea.
Yeah, you don't watch fights.
I don't.
I'm pretty
like
sure you don't even
watching
know who's in the UFC right now.
I mean, I know of fighters, but you know, I don't like Paddy. Recently I've been following him a lot on social media, and I was excited. I wasn't able to watch because I was cornering fighters, but I wanted to see that fight. I saw it afterwards. I was making sure I was looking at my phone because I wanted to see how he was doing, but how he did during the fight anyway. But
Nobody that really gets
my blood flowing. It was Conor. It was Conor.
Mm-hmm.
But now I just see like a different fire in him. Mm-hmm. It's not the Conor that I like to see. You know. The Jose Aldo, what was it? We fought on UFC 205. Who did he fight?
Who fight?
Conor. Who was it?
Conor fought Eddie Alvarez.
Eddie Alvarez, that Conor.
Yeah.
That excited me.
Yeah.
What about you, Sweet Tea? Who gets you going? You can't say me.
No. Not anymore. Not after your last two.
You suck, dude.
After your last two, I turned those fights on to help me knock out, you know what I mean?
Help you sleep.
Let's see. Luque is fun to watch. His last one wasn't super fun to watch, but you know he's going to get out there and brawl. Obviously, Gaethje.
I take that
Chandler.
back. Okay, you saying all these names now. O'Malley. I like watching O'Malley.
Why? Because, like, why?
I think it has to do with, like, his persona, for one, and the way he fights. He's a good striker. Do I think he's got a tough one coming up?
Yeah,
that's a step up right there.
That is a massive leap forward.
I thought he was gonna work his way up slowly, but I guess UFC was like, nah, bro, we're gonna take you up.
You got to be fighting some people.
And I think he's gonna be making millions before long if he wins that fight, or probably before that fight. Yeah, if he hasn't already. Masvidal interesting, but not anymore because it's kind of like it's the same guy.
It's hard when you get to the top and you're, you know, who was it? I forgot who said it, but it's hard to wake up and train every morning when you're you know wearing silk pajamas.
Who was it? They said that about Chimaev.
Yeah, it was Dana White.
Comes out.
Dana was like, we paid him some money and he's not barking for fights as much as he used to.
Yeah.
You know, and he could just be talking, but yeah, dude. The usuals. Gotcha. Any youngins that I'm super excited to see? Like, oh, that dude's a banger. Not off the top of my head.
No, I think it would have to be pretty much the guys that are like, you know, that Paddy level, O'Malley level, you know. Either you want to see him win or you want to see him
to watch.
I really get excited, not the fact I like to watch him fight, but you got guys that you're like, oh, this is a step up. I want to watch it just to see how he copes with.
Yeah, like on UFC 276, the Tarantula, he knocked out Brad Riddle.
Yeah,
Brad Riddell.
What
was it? The Tarantula. What's his name?
You asking me,
dude? Tarantula MMA. I'm sorry, drawing a blank on your name, but he knocked him out, dude.
Dude.
That was like he's gonna be that's 155. And
he's like what 6'2"?
Yeah,
he's tall.
Yeah,
I've chatted on him recently on social medias.
Yeah, and he really is into like reptiles and tarantulas and stuff. I'm pretty sure he's just got a new tarantula.
Not me. Get that away from me. Can't do the can't do the spiders. Come on, Sweet Tea. Who was it? Now. And
I don't remember his name. I'll bring it up whenever I call you.
I'll look it up, dude, right now.
But
I will look it up. Sweetness.
But you had that. Then you had obviously Aspinall fighting Curtis Blades.
Yes.
That was unfortunate. Unfortunate with the injury. Jalen Turner. So shout out him. He's solid up and coming to watch.
Yeah, that was
being able to use that length. But hey, man, we're getting in on some time here, so let's close out with
all right, Sweet Tea.
With UFC 277 coming up.
Good fight. You're talking about the 2 title shots coming up. We got Brandon.
You can do it.
Brandon Moreno.
Yep.
And they fought before, right?
Yep.
So this is the rematch. He won by split decision. How did he win that?
It was split.
So it was super close. Mm-hmm. These guys have fought before, so man, it's going to be a tough one. This for the interim flyweight title. I got to go with my fellow NMF, Brandon Moreno. Love that guy. Super nice dude.
Yeah.
You got, Nunes going to be fighting the champ.
Juliana Pena trying to get that belt back.
Pena, I think. I don't know, man. I think that was a wake-up call for her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she just, what her mindset was, but it just wasn't the Nunes we're used to seeing. Mm-hmm. I think she's going to come back with some vengeance.
I think so too, man. I think this is going to be, if Juliana can get past her, this version Nunes,
mm-hmm.
Because you can only assume that because she lost her belt, she's going to be like, yeah, I farted around a little bit. Maybe I wasn't as focused. She's been fighting at 145, and this was like her first fight back at 135 after a little bit.
And they're doing the tough. They're ending the tough thing. So I wonder if there's... Now, I heard that Pena's doing a lot of trash talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Which, I'm not a huge fan of her trash talking strategy, but hey, to each his own, you know what I mean?
Yep, got to hype it up.
You got to do what you got to do. But I just feel like Amanda's going to be the Amanda of old to get her belt back, to become that GOAT again.
Right.
And
then, I agree. Who else on that card?
You have Derek Lewis. He's fighting a guy named Sergey Pavlovich, which seems to be pretty solid.
Okay, Black Beast.
He's 15-1. And Black Beast last fought... Who did he lose to? Was it? Who did he lose to? Oh,
Tuivasa. That's
knocked him out.
So what's up with Tuivasa? What's going on with him?
He's fighting Gon next, dude.
What?
Yeah.
That's like the worst matchup for him.
I know. He's got to close the distance
in and
on
out,
that
and Gon can move, dude.
He's not going to stand there and brawl with him.
No.
And he can. And he's got decent takedowns. Like,
talking about Gon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a terrible matchup. If Tuivasa just hits him with just a Hail Mary, I mean, that would be sick, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
Don't see it happening. Golly, that's a terrible matchup.
He went from Derek Lewis to Cyril Gahn.
Some dude that's going to stand right in front of you to literally the best striker, mover in the division. Because I would say striker because, Francis Ngannou took him down.
Yeah,
he's like, I don't want to stand.
Beat him in the wrestling.
Beat him in the wrestling, not the stand up.
And Tuivasa is not known to take anyone down.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it's terrible. I think Gon's got that all day. I love Tuivasa, but
I know it's rough.
I know it.
But hey, man,
he's like the young Mark Hunt.
Yeah,
that's what he reminds me of. Just tough.
So yeah, Tuivasa KO'd him in the second round. Oh, let's see who else we got. We have Anthony Smith's fighting, man.
Oh, let's go. That's
He's
right.
got one cut out for him.
How many weeks is this, by the way?
Ankalaev.
How many weeks is that, by the way? And this fight?
How many weeks?
Yeah.
It's this Saturday.
Is it? Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. It's like happening like in days, bro. Anthony Smith is fighting Magomed Ankalaev. Dude's tough. 205er, Russian, Got the beard, no mustache. Immediate sign of danger.
Right. Takedown.
Strong.
And Anthony Smith, as you know, he's like me. Just hasn't been doing too well against those grapplers. I mean, you got Glover Teixeira. I mean, knocking his teeth out, right? Didn't he knock his teeth out?
Anthony?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he knocked his tooth out or something like that.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Anyway.
So it's not the most exciting card. I feel like they're throwing every exciting fight on UFC 280. You know, they're just like get all the fights on UFC 280.
In weird place, Utah, Salt Lake City.
No,
That's
no,
not
no.
the Utah one.
No, that's Abu Dhabi.
Oh, is this in October?
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi. That's right.
I'm just saying they're putting everybody on that Abu Dhabi
O'Malley,
card.
Yawn. You have
You have
Bilal
Bilal
Muhammad,
and Sean
Sean Brady.
Brady. You got Diaz and freaking
Hamzat.
which is like what? You
Yeah.
have
What?
who's the main event of that one?
I feel like it's a title fight.
Oh, absolutely.
Is that Chandler and
Oh
Poirier?
no, it's freaking Oliveira and Islam Makhachev.
That's where they're having it in Abu Dhabi. You got the Russians on that card, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be
I
nuts.
know.
I would not want to make that trip and fight.
Especially against the Russian in Abu Dhabi.
way.
Somebody put a tweet out, like imagine being Oliveira and having, you know, the people of Abu Dhabi against you, the judges against you, the refs against you, the commentary against you because DC's commentating and he's obviously a Khabib guy.
That's
you got
right.
Khabib against you. It's like all of the tables in that realm are not in Oliveira's favor.
You better knock him out.
He's like a Christian guy. Abu Dhabi's a Muslim, you know.
Yeah.
So he's got this work cut out for him.
Yep, gotta go out there and put on a show, big dog.
He's got to do it, man.
Islam is like the dude that's like he is the next. I won't say he's the next Khabib because Khabib was undefeated, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. He's supposed to be that next guy. That Khabib.
And people are so confident in his skills of beating Oliveira. He's the freaking favorite.
Okay, the only way I see him beat winning is doing what he normally does: take guys down
And just
right?
hold, yeah, and hold him there.
Oliveira is amazing off of his back. He's got a guillotine from heck.
He's long. He's lanky.
He's long. He's been knocking dudes out. Like there, I feel like there's more to Oliveira than there is the other way around. There's more ways for him to win.
Not to mention, Oliveira's been beating top dudes.
Yeah, the
The
top.
best guy Islam Makhachev is beating is Bobby Green on 2 weeks' notice. Like straight up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let me just double check that. But I'm pretty sure, man. Yeah, it's incredible that he's such the favorite to beat him. Let's see his record. Bobby Green. Okay, he beat Dan Hooker, and these he beat. These are his UFC wins. Okay,
Yeah.
Leo Kuntz
No idea who that is.
got knocked out by Adriano Martins.
Still don't know who that is.
Chris Wade, Nick Lentz, know him. Gleason Tebow.
Yeah.
He actually knocked Gleason out. Kajan Johnson, Armin Saryukian,
Hadouken.
Davey Ramos, Drew Dober.
I know Drew
he's
Dober,
a-
yeah.
Tiago Moises, Dan Hooker, Bobby Green. None of which are ranked. Maybe Dan Hooker was.
Going
but
straight for the title.
Going straight.
What's it?
Straight for
So
the Teatlay.
how many? What win streak is that? How many win streak is that?
Oh, he's on like a 5 or 6 fight win streak.
See, that's not like a Leon Edwards 11 fight win streak. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, he lost, and he's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 10 fight win streak
Oliveira.
since he lost. No, Oliveira. Oh, you're talking about Oliveira.
No, I
thought
was
you were
talking about Islam.
Yeah, he's on a 10 fight win streak
Okay,
after
that's
he
pretty good.
lost.
Well, Sweet Tea, thanks for coming out and hanging out with us, man. And you guys back home too. Thanks for tuning in, checking us out on this here channel. Sweet Tea, let them know where they can listen to the cast.
If you're not listening to it right now, as always, you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Listen, if you're a podcaster, Throw us on down the road,
Yeah.
Maybe get a trip coming up because it's still summertime. You need to kill 45 minutes. Bam.
Put it on, dude.
Throw us on there. And don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on everything that we talked about. Let us know. I forgot what we talked about already. But comment down below what it is, how y'all are feeling about it. Hit the thumbs up. Spread the word. We love you.
Love you guys. Catch y'all later. Peace.